Hi, I'm Kate. Today we're gonna talk about space. This is inspired because last night I saw the movie Interstellar in IMAX, which was fucking spectacular. There's some hand-wavy parts. I wouldn't call it a hard sci-fi or anything, but it was a beautiful experience. And it got me thinking about space, and space is something that has been a part of my life since the moment I was born. My dad named me after a frozen moon of Jupiter, which turned out to be pretty cool because Europa is actually a very likely spot where we might find water and potentially microscopic life. They're doing a lot of exploration into that, so every time news comes up about that, I'm like, yes! It's me! I will tell you, when I was a kid, I had this like plaque that was this hand calligraphy plaque that my parents had made for me, and it had an inscription on it that I will never forget. I forgot it. I got it. Okay. Here it is. Be it known that from this day hence, the second satellitesimal body of the regal fifth planet of the solar system, Jupiter, shall now and forevermore be called Europa in honor of Catherine Europa Welch. Furthermore, Catherine Europa will henceforth be addressed as Princess Catherine Europa, sole sovereign of the ice world. It is not a joke. I like space so much, I even have a space tattoo, which was done by the incredible Whitney in Bonnie Lake, Washington. Anyway, my dad used to work for NASA, and he does now again. He was the biggest space fan that I've ever known. He used to bring us back all these little trinkets that had been up in the shuttles, signed pictures of STS crews, patches that floated in space to the point where it just wasn't special anymore. He'd bring us a big manila envelope full of patches. He was like, these have been in space. And we're like, yeah, add them to the pile. Keep playing Nintendo. I got super into Star Wars at a tender young age, like you do. And when I was 13, I started doing Star Wars role-playing online. Because why do you need friends when you have Jedi? Which led me into a whole world of Star Wars video games, which led me into the gloriousness that was TIE Fighter. 1998 or 99 was when I first started playing it. My dad got us a joystick, and I remember a great long period of my life where I was like 100%ing every mission, doing all the secret and bonus missions, and this was well before we had internet at my house, so I wasn't like looking up strategy guides or anything. I was just banging my head against that game over and over again, and having replayed it recently, I can tell you that is no joke. So, fast forward to present day. For the last 10 or 15 years, games like TIE Fighter and X-Wing and Wing Commander have all kind of fallen out of fashion, and we don't have as many space games as we used to. And I don't mean like your Mass Effects and your Halos, like we've got plenty of those, but those are not really what I mean. Those are games that use space as a setting effectively to tell largely surface-based stories. Theories around why the genre kind of died off were that space sim controls were too complicated, or space was too boring to look at, or Warcraft and Diablo had taken over everyone's life. Thanks, Blizzard. However, in the last year or two, there's been a significant resurgence of popularity of space games, which I think can at least be partially attributed to the successful crowdfunding campaign for Star Citizen, which I backed 2 copies of, presumably so I can control 2 different ships, one with each hand. And I have a theory that is based in absolutely no fact, that the cancellation of the American shuttle program and the large-scale defunding of NASA has relegated space travel to the realm of the imagination, and so thereby has captured the imagination and inspired more creative stuff. Not just video games, but also movies like Interstellar. Nowadays, we not only have games set in space, we have flight sims like Elite Dangerous, roguelikes like FTL, and perhaps most importantly, to me anyway, is the current re-release of the old TIE Fighter and X-Wing games that just went up on Good Old Games a couple weeks ago, which inspired me to buy a new joystick and get down on some space sims, and it has been so fun and so brutal. I cannot believe how difficult those games are. For me, this is a golden age. Precious humans, thank you for your existence, for your support, for the eating of a cookie. Remember, Video games can define you and they can give you experiences that you may never have in the real world. But it's just fucking video games. Be kind to each other.